Hey Cedars Church, this is Tim coming to you with your weekly update. First and foremost, a number of things we've been talking about the last couple of weeks and directing you to the website. Those links are still active. They're being updated frequently, so you want to go and check those out. Things like the virtual prayer wall, right? We have a prayer link there that you can click on and submit a prayer request. Also, the giving link is still there, and also the take link, right? We know that right now these are difficult times, and we have benevolent funds that are set aside to help out Cedars Church for the needs that we have. And so those links are still there. Two things specifically that I want to talk about for this week that are new or things to focus on. One is on Wednesday night, April 1st at 7 p.m. We're going to conduct a virtual online prayer experience. So there will be on the website, on the homepage there, a link for a Zoom phone call that you can click onto at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, April 1st. And that will be a guided time of prayer. We'll have whoever comes on there have a chance to engage in that and participate. So that's coming up this week, Wednesday, April 1st at 7 o'clock. Check out the website for that. Also on Thursday at 7 o'clock, we will have a Bible study set again. And so I just encourage you to come and check that out. I'm actually going to be leading that one. I've been working on that now for a little bit today, and so I'm excited about that. And so both of those are at 7 o'clock. Wednesday for the prayer, Thursday for the Bible study. And you're probably astute people. You can see that I'm not in the office. I'm not in my home. I am up in the hills that I typically run in. And I'm actually one of my favorite spots that I like to stop in and kind of take in the scenery and pray, meditate, just reflect. Oftentimes I'll have worship music on or something to that effect that just helps to keep me focused and allow me to be a bit meditative or contemplative, right? So I intentionally wanted to come up to this spot and film this video, right? We are not living in normal times. This is anything but normal. And so I wanted to come up from here and just kind of get a different perspective and maybe challenge you to find places that you can go to so you can get your perspective, that you can connect with God, a chance to go and somewhere maybe you can just get away from everything, right? Not just social distance, but get distance close. I don't know what the opposite of social distance is to God. Get close to God, right? And that's what I'm doing up here. In my quiet time this morning, I was thinking of Psalm 121, and it opens along these lines. It says, I look to the hills to where my help comes from. And where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Right? The Israelites were frequently going to the hills for a significant time of meeting with God, right? We know that is the central piece of the story with Moses as he climbed up on the mount to get the 10 Commandments and to meet with God. But also as we're pretty close to what they would have celebrated as Passover week, and we look at as Holy Week, right? The Israelites would have been coming back into town, if you will, into Jerusalem, and up on this mount, right, would have been the temple. Huge. They would have seen that. So as they were singing this psalm coming up to the temple and coming up to Jerusalem, they would have vividly seen the illustration of some of the words of David, of that song, and they would see that temple. And then as I was thinking about it this morning, you know, what did that look like for Jesus and his followers as they were getting ready to come into town, right? We call that Palm Sunday, the triumphal entry. And I just wonder if that psalm was in their mind, wondering, okay, where does our help come from? And do we really understand that we are with the Messiah? Then I dare bet as the week progressed, and they were out to another mount where Jesus was crucified, I wonder what was going through their minds then as that was taking place. And so I'm just going to challenge us this week to spend time preparing for Palm Sunday, preparing for next week, and getting close to God. getting that perspective, right? Wherever that is for you, that's my challenge as one of your pastoral staff, is to take that time and to get away, right? Socially distant from maybe other people and quietly with God and seek Him out. And maybe you have questions on your heart, right? The psalmist wrote, where does our help come from? I dare bet a lot of us can relate to that question. But as you spend time with the Lord this week and leading into next, what are the questions on your heart? Right? We have a God who loves us. We have a God who listens. He knows us intimately. And He wants to spend time with us. So that's really my update, is really more of a challenge for us this week and next as we begin to walk through Holy Week into Easter, that God would work on our hearts. Whether that's encouraging, challenging, correcting, whatever it is that we need from Him, He is our maker and He loves us. And so I should encourage you to continue in that journey, continue in walking with Him, and take some time to reflect. Where does our help come from? Our help comes from the living God Almighty. Have a great day, and I will see you later, until we can actually see each other face to face.